Hi guys, happy Halloween! The makeup look I thought I'd do for you this Halloween is called Cobwebs and Freckles. Two things that inspire fear in us all. I'll just do it step by step so that you can recreate it yourselves. The only thing I would say is that I'm still back at my psychic retreat in the Cotswolds and I haven't got any of my makeup with me, so I've had to use things that over the years people have left behind. So a lot of it is very, very old. This, for example, I think has been discontinued for about 15 years. But apparently if I stay here just a little bit longer, you know, squatters' rights and stuff, I technically own the place. So it wasn't worth me going out for anything new. So to start off the look, I'm just going to do some winged eyeliner, and I'm going to use this liquid black liner that Rimmel used to have before they had the one that they currently have now. So if you can get hold of that, perfect. And then next I'm just going to draw on some cobweb shapes. So you see I've just drawn 3 lines down there, and then I'll draw some lines across joining them up. So it just looks a little bit like a cobweb. And then I'll just draw on a little spider's web. And do its little legs. So now for the freckles, this actually isn't old. You could probably get hold of this, but I wouldn't actually recommend using this for freckles unless you need to desperately stay in a place to get squatters' rights and can't go out for any other makeup. And then just finish it with some coffee shimmer from Rimmel. This is so old. And there you go, the finished look. No excuses now for recreating that yourself. Now, you may have seen that recently I ran a Twitter poll to decide what spooky story I should tell for Halloween 2020. In 3rd place, there was Faust 2, the Matt Hancock story. Eventually he thinks, go on, I'll be health secretary. What's the worst that could happen? In 2nd place was Nosferatu's next job in cyber. But actually his job in the arts as one of the most iconic vampires of all time is simply not viable anymore. But the winner, with an extraordinary 50% of the poll, was Cobra Kai, but spooky. Enjoy. Well, I say enjoy, but yeah, no, enjoy. This is the age-old story of a man with a dream to be great, and no qualms about beating up teenagers, set to an exhilarating 80s soundtrack. You're the best around, nothing's ever gonna keep you down, you're the best around. Johnny Lawrence died in 1984 during a karate tournament, metaphorically, because the shame of losing made him feel dead inside in a way that he never really recovered from, but also literally from a kick to the head. Now, over 30 years later, he is determined to become the most kick-ass zombie sensei in the whole of his bit of Los Angeles. He'll take a bunch of geeks and losers from his local high school and turn them into a group of undead badass fighting machines who can finally stand up to the school bullies, but who are ultimately dead. Never doubt that you're the one and you can have your dreams. But it won't be that simple. Daniel DeRusso, his old rival in the 1984 tournament, is planning to open up a rival karate school. And that's on top of him already being a successful car salesman and a karate zombie hunter. The main difference between the 2 karate schools is that one is slightly more PC than the other. Plus one is technically full of reanimated zombies. But Sensei Johnny says that as he's technically dead, he's too old to learn the new woke ways of the next generation. And he said it in a really funny way, so fair enough. Can Johnny run a successful zombie dojo whilst also reigniting his rivalry with Daniel DeRusso and avenging his own death, and maybe also getting his car repaired for free because also he managed to crash that at some point? with a great 80s soundtrack on his side? The answer is, of course, yes. Nothing's ever gonna keep you down. The end of the year karate tournament was approaching, with a showdown between the two dojos certain. Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do, which was the names of them, would be going head to head in the final. It would be an ultimate showdown between the popular high school kids and the not so popular high school kids, and also between the living and the dead. Then the final came and the karate students started fighting with punches and kicks and everything. Do, 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 do. You're the best around. Nothing's ever gonna keep you down. You're the best around. That's when things got really spooky. Something in the air changed and silence fell on the gym where they were holding the tournament. I think it was a gym. As suddenly the ghost of Mr. Miyagi appeared in the middle of the hall and started going on about the state of the floors. Before you knew it, they were all waxing the floors, waxing on and waxing off, waxing away as if their lives depended on it, which for a lot of them it didn't because they were already undead. It all got quite competitive really, and the karate was forgotten. And so it ends on a cliffhanger. Will the ghost of Mr. Miyagi ever be happy with the state of the floors? Will Johnny avenge his own death? And will other cast members be added? We'll find out in the next one, in the next season thing. But in the next story. In the best around. Yeah, it's a sort of sequel to The Karate Kid. I should have said that first. Hope you enjoyed that. Until next time. Bye.